Some people believe that this can never happen to them until it does. They underestimate their environment and their trust for the people around them, without realizing that some of these people carry bad intentions and at the slightest opportunity will strike to take your belongings. In Colombia, in 2023, there were officially over 1 million reported thefts of cell phones, and it's now proven to be big business. Medellin, Colombia, the city of eternal springs. On the surface, things can look normal, but that's until you start looking deeper. The cell phone business is booming in Colombia, and due to increased monthly average incomes, everybody wants one of these gadgets. In the Western world, in a big city, we take for granted our ability to walk around, heads down, looking at our cell phones without caring. But you don't want to be doing that in Colombia, in Medellin, especially in Centro or Robledo, a place filled with hustlers, liars, thieves, and other people looking to take away your belongings from you if you're not paying attention. And some of these individuals are organized. Their speciality, snatch and grabs.
Much precaution, because so much people in the street watching for your with your phone for.
This is a country where owning a high-end cell phone is more than the average monthly wage.
Samsung, LG, other marks. Because in one day you can get a money of 1 month the work of a normal people. So in one day you can get $1,500, $1,000 robbing the people in the street.
And that's why it's becoming big business, with girls using scopolamine to steal your cell phone and other financial information.
Cosas. No, esta es mi cell phone, amiga. Esta es mi celular ahora.
Ese no es tu celular.
Tú sabes si esta es mi celular. Tú sabes si esta es mi celular.
And when some of these individuals can't use scopolamine to obtain your belongings, they will pickpocket you, like the woman in this video.
Tú necesitas regreso a este teléfono. Teléfono de él y problem finish.
¿Cuál teléfono? Yo no tengo teléfono.
iPhone 13.
She denies knowledge of the telephone, and police do nothing. And so this is where your stolen cell phone ends up, being refurbished, rebuilt, or sold for parts.
From 14 Pro Max, second hand, it's around $800, $900.
And the second-hand market for cell phones is booming, with a good percentage of it being stolen, refurbished, and sold to the general public in pristine condition. And so the cycle continues, with thieves being motivated more than ever to steal your belongings, especially your cell phone. And so we're about to put that theory to the test.
Okay, welcome to this episode. Honestly, I don't know why we're doing this, because we already know the expected outcome. So we're here in the trenches. We're in the trenches right now in Colombia. Let's see what's gonna happen if we make our phone, this phone, which is a fake phone by the way, it's not a real phone. Let's see what's gonna happen if we put our phone, this phone, on display for people in Medellin. Are they gonna steal it? Are they gonna keep it? Are they gonna alert us that our phone is on display? Let's see what happens. I think we all know what the outcome is gonna be, but let's see anyway.
This video is inspired by the African Phone Snatchers channel, in which they ride around the city in a car with their cell phones almost hanging out the window, the intention of baiting someone to steal it. But this is Medellin, and so we won't be trying to taser anyone, as things can go downhill very rapidly. The intention of this video is to demonstrate to you what can happen when you're unaware of your environment and your belongings. We will place this fake phone in the back pocket of a member of the Obiland team and have him walk around town to see exactly what happens. He will be followed by another accomplice discreetly, who will be recording secretly to capture any events which occur with regards to the bright red cell phone placed as bait in the back pocket of our guy. Day 1. It's mid-afternoon, and our guy begins his walking journey from the tourist area of Poblado, Calle 10, and the surrounding areas. Nothing happened. Day 2. They headed straight to the center of Medellin, Centro, Parque de Barrio. We had a conversation with a former thief from Bogota.
People, tourists need to be precaution in the street because in Colombia got so much people in condition of street. And if you're in the street with your phone, taking pictures or anything, other people te
And so
roban.
our guy continues his journey in El Centro. We are waiting for the opportunity to catch someone steal his phone.
Entonces, need to be precaution. In all cities of Colombia, not one or two, no, all cities of Colombia.
And so our mission continues, walking from street to street around El Centro in Medellin. Nothing is happening and no one is paying attention to the cell phone we've placed in his back pocket as bait. Everyone is going about their daily lives.
Colombia got so much people watching for rob others people because in one day this man can get around $1,500 robbing in the street. And if you want get this amount of money, you need to work around a month for get $1,000, $1,500. And the robbing man in one day can get this. You need to work 1 month for get $1,500. Because of this, got so much people in all the city of Colombia watching for robbing the people in the street. And the majority it's tourist people because it is more easy for robbing.
And so we thought perhaps our guy hasn't been targeted because he doesn't look like a tourist. But this theory didn't make sense because we have personally witnessed a flash mob of thieves steal indiscriminately, snatching and grabbing belongings from Colombians and anyone else. The Cascada, and we thought these two might be up to no good. Walking closely behind our guy, they follow him closely, but it turns out to be nothing. After a couple of hours, the cell phone is still in the possession of the Obiland team. And then this is where it all happens, very calmly and quickly, in one swift movement. The cell phone is gone, and they walk away very calmly, not to bring any attention to themselves. And again, in slower detail, to analyze what happened precisely, the guy on the left taps his friend, signaling the phone in the back pocket. He pinches at the cell phone, lifting it with just his fingertips from the back pocket. And our guy doesn't feel anything until the very last moment. The girl in the red can see exactly what is happening. Our accomplice who is secretly recording can also see what has just happened. But the plan was to never give chase, not worth it. These two women also witness what just happened. They look, but just like most people in Colombia who witness this kind of event, they don't want to be involved. It took about 9 hours of walking, spread over 2 days in central Medellin, for this man to steal the cell phone. Having spoken to the locals of the area, they said that they were surprised that the phone hadn't been stolen earlier due to it being on display in the back pocket. And so, by coincidence, 9 months later, we find the guy who stole the cell phone.
So we actually found a guy who stole the phone from our guy in Centro in Medellin. And he agreed to speak to us. He agreed to sit down with us and have a small, quick interview with us on the condition that we blur out his face from the video. Now, in the initial video, now I must say that from the time we shot the video till now, it has taken a couple of months, and we have finally found this guy. And that's why we took down the original video and we've re-edited this video. And we showed him himself and he was quite surprised. But he agreed to sit down with us and have a talk with us. And he's going to explain to us why he stole the phone in the first place and why he's living the lifestyle that he did, why he does it. So let's get straight into it and listen to what he has to say. ¿Por qué tú robaste ese teléfono en Centro? Why did you steal that phone in Centro?
Parce, pues qué le digo, la necesidad, la vida fácil. Hoy en día es más fácil robar que conseguir un trabajo. Acá en Medellín la vida es muy ajetreada y pues la mala vida me conlleva al sustento de mi familia diario. robando no tengo la necesidad de trabajar ni de nada por el estilo. Y pues ya se volvió parte de mi vida, es parte de mi rutina diaria, robar teléfonos.
¿Y tú no tienes miedo de policía? Are you not scared of the police?
No, parce, no. La verdad pues ya me han cogido muchísimas veces y pues la verdad un policía para mí es como una persona normal de la calle. Acá en Colombia la policía es corrupta. En las oportunidades que me han logrado coger, simplemente les doy los objetos que me haya robado para que me dejen ir y ya. Es como parte también de la rutina de robar. Así mismo es la rutina con los policías. La verdad pues miedo a la policía no, miedo a morirme. De resto no, nada que ver.
¿Qué tipo de personas que tú preferirías robar? En inglés, when you're gonna go rob somebody, what kind of person do you like to rob from?
Parce, pues mi preferencia como tal, estadounidenses, norteamericanos, europeos, son las personas que con normalidad manejan mejores teléfonos de mejor calidad, de más alta gama, manejan más dinero que cualquier otra persona. Mejor dicho, robar a un norteamericano, un estadounidense o un europeo, español, sea de donde sea, me puede generar a mí el ingreso que se gana una persona trabajando un mes acá en Medellín. Y pues bueno, en realidad pues no hay algún prototipo como tal. Puede ser uruguayo, argentino, chileno, paraguayo, venezolano, mismos colombianos. Pero con preferencia como tal, los norteamericanos, estadounidenses e europeos. Pues la mayoría de visitantes de estos países vienen acá a Medellín y están en la calle muy tranquilos, muy agrandados con sus pertenencias y sus fotos, sus cosas, y pues en realidad no prestan atención de todo lo que sucede en su entorno, en su alrededor, de las personas que los rodeamos, y no saben de que hay personas como yo y como muchos que vivimos de robarles sus teléfonos, de robarles sus pertenencias. Y pues debido a que ellos vienen a conocer nuestra ciudad, a conocer nuestro país, no prestan atención a nada de eso. Ellos están tomándole fotos a los lugares, a las cosas, a XY, y no prestan atención de que hay personas como yo que los están siguiendo, los están marcando, y en el más mínimo descuido, desaparecemos todas sus pertenencias, desde el teléfono hasta cualquier cosa que tenga objeto de valor. En realidad como tal pues no tengo un específico, o sea, puedo robar a cualquier persona, pero de preferencia monetariamente para que me genere más ingresos, estadounidenses, europeos, americanos, son los que me generan más ingresos, esos son los que yo preferiría. O sea, si me colocan 10 personas, uno de cada país, elijo el que sea estadounidense y el que sea europeo. ¿Por qué? Porque va a tener cosas de mejor calidad, de mayor valor, y que obviamente al yo ir a vender me va a generar mucho más ingreso que las cosas de otra persona.
¿Piensa que tú puedes cambiar estilo de vida que tú tienes ahora?
Pues de poder sí, claro, todo es posible en el mundo. Para lo único que no hay soluciones para la muerte. Yo pienso que sí podría, pero pues sería algo relativamente casi imposible. ¿Por qué? Porque acá en Colombia el gobierno tiene el país muy afectado, hay mucho desempleo, hay mucha pobreza, mucha delincuencia, y pues ¿qué pasa? Si el país no cambia, no mejora, obviamente me toca que seguir robando. ¿Por qué? Vuelvo y repito, en un día yo robando puedo hacer la cantidad de dinero que se gana una persona por trabajar todo un mes, honradamente, lo cual yo puedo salir y con mucha astucia, obviamente, cautela, precaución y un seguimiento constante a la persona, les robo sus pertenencias y en menos de una hora ya tengo el dinero que se ganó el otro por un mes de trabajo. Entonces, pues pienso que sí lo puedo hacer, siempre y cuando nuestro país cambie, haya trabajo, no haya pobreza y todo esté bien. Pero mientras tanto, para mí no está mal robar.
Okay, so I guess that the results didn't come as a surprise. Now here's the thing. If you value your property, especially your cell phone, which you will be needing while you're on vacation, keep it away and get one which is cheaper, which you use to walk the streets of Medellin. If you value it, make sure it's hidden. There's no need for you to be walking around with your $1,000 phone, your $1,500 phone out there. It's just silly. I mean, your high-end cell phone, which is about $1,000, is the equivalent of a doctor's monthly salary. So you're here thinking that it's all good when somebody's looking at your cell phone and your stuff as a come up. You know, you can see in the last couple of years, the crime rate in terms of theft has increased slowly in Colombia, especially Medellin, especially the theft of electronic goods and cell phones. So my advice to you personally is get a secondary phone, a cheaper phone, which you can use to maneuver in the streets when you're here in Medellin or in Colombia, and you'll be all good. You could use that one. It's really cheap. How much is it, my G? How much? You could talk, brother. Shit, my house phone enough. Leave it in, man. How much is it? Like,
Newest phone?
yeah. No, not the newest phone, but like, what do you call it? Like, if say, for instance, you're getting like a second-hand phone.
Yeah, second-hand phone.
Yeah,
Second-hand phone?
yeah,
A hand-me-down?
yeah. You know, like, I'm trying to advise the guys over here that if they come here, it's best for them to get something which is completely cheaper.
It's $20 online.
Okay, so you could buy a phone for $20 online before on Amazon before you come to Medellin. Have a secondary phone, another phone that you could use, another phone that if you lose that phone, you think, well, fuck it. I didn't need it. I wouldn't miss it in the first place because it wasn't valuable to me. Have a secondary phone when you come down to here to Medellin or in Colombia in general, because it does get really shiesty sometimes on these streets, especially when you're going into areas that you don't need to be. These guys, they will look at you and they will rob that phone from you. They will pickpocket you. And that's why we did this video, for you to be alert and to be aware.